Hi, Gems. I'm super excited for this week's First Chapter Fridays. For this week's First Chapter Friday, we are going to do an unboxing. Do you all get really excited when you get a package at your door? I sort of kind of have a little addiction to packages. I love to get something new, and I especially love it when it's filled with books. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to open up my box. This looks like it's going to be good. So each of these items that is in the box pertains to the story that we're going to read for our First Chapter Friday. As you know, we always look at a brand new novel, something that we haven't read before. And these items that are in our box are symbols of the novel that we're going to read this week. They may have to do with the main character or the plot of the story. Let's take a look. What should I pull out first? Well, the first thing that I see is a notebook. And there isn't anything written on the inside, just blank paper. So maybe the character has a writing assignment, or maybe it has something to do with school. Maybe it has something to do with the diary. Those are just maybe some thoughts that I have behind this notebook being there. And there's also an ink pen, so it has to have something to do with writing. So that's one item that's in our box. Let's look at some other items. The next thing that I see is a can, and it's crushed. So I'm thinking that maybe it doesn't have anything to do with actually drinking the soda. Maybe it has something to do with something else. Sometimes people collect cans. When they do, they take them to be recycled. So maybe our novel has something to do with recycling, or maybe it has something to do with someone trying to get the money for the number of cans that they collect. Either way, that's an interesting item that is in our box. Let's continue to look. Okay, so this is odd. A hamburger. Um, Unique. I wonder if this novel is about maybe McDonald's or Burger King. Maybe the main character likes burgers. I'm just kind of confused behind this item. So we'll just put that to the side and uh, think about what it could mean. Um, it might just mean that the character likes to eat burgers, but maybe it has a deeper meaning. All right. So then the next thing that I see is a green pencil. It's shiny and new. The eraser hasn't even been used. So again, I'm thinking that this may have something to do with the main character liking to write. Maybe the main character enjoys utensils that you can write with. There's a pen and a pencil. So maybe that might be the reason why we have these two items. But again, I'm just guessing. I'm making inferences about why the character would have these items as something that is important to him or her. Let's continue to explore. Now we have two more things in our box. Just two more items in our box for our First Chapter Friday unboxing. The next thing is a dictionary slash thesaurus. So, a dictionary slash thesaurus has words and their definitions, and then it also has words and synonyms. So that's pretty interesting because that goes along with the notebook and the pen and pencil. Maybe the main character is writing and uses the dictionary to come up with words for his or her writing. So I think that these two items, including the pencil, so those three items probably go together. So I'm guessing that our character has something to do with writing. Now, are you ready? Drum roll for our last item that is in our box. And it is a tip jar. Now, a tip jar, where would you typically find that? I'm thinking maybe a restaurant, a coffee house, something of that nature. So maybe our novel has something to do with a restaurant or a coffee house or somewhere else that someone may receive tips. Now, are you ready? I have unboxed all of the items that were in the box. And the last thing that's in the box is our novel for this week's First Chapter Friday. If you've read it before, you may be able to take a guess at what the novel is. And if you haven't, I hope you're excited to learn what it is. So let's unveil our novel for this week's First Chapter Fridays. It is Front Desk by Kelly Yang. And as you can see, she has her tip jar right here on the desk. So that goes right along with our item that was in our box. And I am excited to see how the other items fit into the novel. Listen to our First Chapter Fridays to hear the first chapter of Front Desk by Kelly Yang.